WWE Attitude Era icon to return after 4 years and form a new bloodline without Roman Reigns? Potential twist explored. Roman Reigns changed the wrestling industry when he formed the OG Bloodline in 2020. As the tribal chief, he ensured that his group was always at the top with all the gold. However, the loss of the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania 40 resulted in Roman Reigns losing control over his faction. Upon returning to WWE TV at SummerSlam 2024, the OTC reunited the OG Bloodline with the Usos and Sami Zayn and defeated the new Bloodline in the men's WarGames match at Survivor Series, WarGames PLE. Later, on WWE RAW's debut on Netflix, the 39-year-old regained the Ula Fala from Solo Sikoa after winning the tribal combat match. However, it seems that everyone involved in the Civil War is moving in different directions, and the Bloodline saga is taking a backseat.To counter this. WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi can potentially return to the company and form another bloodline with his sons, Jey Uso, and Solo Sikoa. The Samoan legend could ensure his sons find a way to be on the same page. He last appeared at Survivor Series 2020. The Attitude Era icon recently took to Instagram to post a picture with his sons with the caption, "We acquire the strength we have overcome." With Paul Heyman explicitly working as the special counsel for Roman Reigns and the OG Bloodline, Rikishi can work as the wise man if he forms a new version of the stable with his sons. Interestingly, if Rikishi does make a new faction with his sons, the Tongans and Jacob Fatu may choose to align themselves with Roman Reigns, bringing about a huge twist in the Bloodline saga. However, this is speculative at this point. Rikishi showered massive praise on Roman Reigns after the tribal combat. The tribal combat on WWE RAW's Netflix debut on January 6, 2025, determined the real tribal chief. Roman Reigns emerged victorious and established himself as the head of the table. Speaking on Rikishi Fatu Off the Top podcast, the WWE Hall of Famer explained how the reigning, defending, undisputed tribal chief and the Bloodline saga changed the landscape of the sports entertainment juggernaut and improved the numbers over the past 4 years, paving the way for the company's transition to Netflix. I think we all need to acknowledge Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. We all need to acknowledge the tribal chief, man. Man, we're tied in with Netflix, come on. I guarantee you if the numbers wasn't right for well over 4+ years, this company has been on his back. In comes the Bloodline running these storylines left and right to keep this thing going. Hey, at the end of the day, you can hate us or love us, but the numbers don't lie, baby, he said. Meanwhile, Paul Heyman warned Cody Rhodes last Friday that Reigns would soon come after the American Nightmare's undisputed WWE Championship. The 39-year-old is set to enter the men's Royal Rumble match next month. 4 reasons why Roman Reigns should not win the 2025 men's Royal Rumble. Paul Heyman announced that Roman Reigns declared for the 2025 men's Royal Rumble on last week's episode of WWE SmackDown. It will mark the first time that the head of the table will participate in the match since 2020 at the event. Reigns beat Baron Corbin and was the runner-up to winner Drew McIntyre. Since his return to WWE at last year's SummerSlam, fans have been fully behind the original tribal chief. Simply having fan support shouldn't translate into even more success for Reigns. Daniel Bryan and others had the fans backing, but didn't win the match. Roman Reigns shouldn't win the 2025 men's Royal Rumble for the next 4 possible reasons. That it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows for the WWE roster over the last 4+ years. Reigns' stranglehold atop the company necessitated the creation of the World Championship. Before that act, the Bloodline cost LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, and many others the chance to be undisputed champion. Michael Cole tries to blame it on Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline, but who was calling the plays the whole time? Reigns shattered the dreams of too many stars, and those names will be gunning for him in the Rumble, that if one or more don't come back to haunt him, it will only reinforce that he's above WWE law. History must be relevant in storytelling, and Roman's been front and central to the company's history for a decade. He doesn't need a Royal Rumble win to get a title shot. Roman Reigns doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble to get a title shot. By virtue of his name and how he's always been pushed atop WWE, he can simply show up and demand a title opportunity. Charlotte Flair does this all the time. WWE has passively done away with automatic rematches. However, certain stars get them, regardless of who they are. Nia Jax had to compete in the Fatal 4-Way to earn a rematch with Tiffany Stratton. She was not successful. Like Rhodes and Flair, Reigns would probably be handed a rematch whenever he wanted. Since he's a huge part of the company and has always been pushed, Roman doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble to earn a title shot. In contrast with Roman and easily netting title shots is the fact that other stars could really use a Royal Rumble win to propel themselves into the main event. Someone like Carmelo Hayes had success in NXT, and winning the 2025 Men's Rumble would instantly skyrocket his career. It's not to say he's ready for that responsibility, but every star isn't afforded the same chance atop WWE. Roman has main evented WrestleMania 8 times, and you know what you're getting in one of his matches. Someone who's never had a huge title shot or has lacked the opportunities lately should be in consideration to win this year's match. The biggest reason why Roman Reigns should not win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble is because he just came off a 4-year run as champion. Some may claim he can still win and fall short at WrestleMania. That still robs someone else of the glory of winning a Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes finally ended Roman's stranglehold atop WWE at WrestleMania 40. Things need to move forward, and Triple H dubbed the current product WWE's New Era. If Roman wins the Rumble, he'll get a title shot. Many officials in the back will be pushing for him to win the title again. If things went back to how they were before WrestleMania 40, that would be counterproductive to the new era. He has already reclaimed the Ula Fala. Roman Reigns to get new enforcer, 6 feet 1 inch star to return as The Fiend? 3 predictions for WWE SmackDown this week. This week's WWE SmackDown will come live from the Pechanga Arena in San Diego, California. The company has announced a stacked lineup for the 3-hour show, which includes a huge championship bout apart from the 2 announced clashes. The upcoming show will see Solo Sikoa return to WWE TV for the first time since his loss against Roman Reigns on Raw's debut show on Netflix. The company is also expected to continue hyping the upcoming premium live event, Royal Rumble, on Friday's show. On that note, here are 3 last-minute predictions for this week's WWE SmackDown. Bayley will challenge Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's title on the upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown. However, there's no way the creative team is having Tiffy drop her title this soon. Hence, the role model will likely face a tough loss against her rival on Friday's show. The company could have Nia Jax get involved in the match, which could act as an apt explanation for Bayley's loss. The irresistible force could attack Tiffy during the match.